Hello and welcome to the Marketing Mix. This week I have got the lovely Gabriella with me. I'm going to ask her
Hello.
to introduce herself in a moment and say her surname because I can't for the life of me say it. We're going to talk about Gabriella's experience of starting and running her own business, but specifically in relation to her marketing and how she's found that because she does that for herself, and what her challenges have been, and any advice that she can give you. So if you're watching live today, please put your questions to Gabriella in the comments. If you're watching on catch up, ask questions anyway. We will come back and reply to your questions. So if you're watching live, even just say hello in the comments. That'd be great, so I can see who is on today. So the first thing I'm going to do is ask Gabriella to introduce herself, tell us how she pronounced
When
it,
you pronounce her name, yeah.
and tell us a bit about her business.
Yes, yes. So hello everybody. My name is Gabriella Davidovics. Actually, I'm from Hungary, but I moved to London like 10 years ago,
Uh-huh.
and I got all of my therapy qualification there. I'm a hypnotherapist, also psychotherapist. I do energy healing as well, and I also do NLP. So I combine loads of therapy, and to be honest, my like when it comes to therapy, like we are all different.
Uh-huh.
So I truly believe that there is like more than one way to help a person, and this is how it came for me as well. Like therapy after therapy. First, I started with Reiki, then hypnotherapy,
Uh-huh.
psychotherapy, also Silva method, then NLP. So it was like a step by step approach for me as well.
Amazing. My really good friend Callista is with us today. Callista and I know each other from sixth form. We were at
Oh,
school together, so it's nice to have her here today.
yay!
Um, and the other thing we should just let you know is that Gabriella is in Croatia and I'm in Bognor. We
Yay!
are, so we're living the dream of working where we want in the world because we've got an internet connection. So that's amazing. So Gabriella, how you got into running your business is really interesting. I know you started in corporate life, so can you tell us a bit of the background of what made you start your business?
Yes, yes, absolutely. So I used to organize events, and it was like long hours, a lot of work. Actually, I really enjoyed it because I'm a very organized person, but I felt like something was missing, and I had an accident. I had a leg injury, and the therapist put back my dislocated bone in
Hmm.
my neck and used Reiki energy healing for the pain. And next day I was like good as new. So I was like, okay, so what's this? What's happening in my body? What's this Reiki stuff? So this is how it started first with energy healing and Reiki. So first I went to like a Reiki 1 course, then Reiki 2, then Reiki 3, then I did a master 1, and I did like so many other courses. And after Reiki, I got interested in like more like how the mind works. So I got into hypnotherapy, solution focused psychotherapy, then NLP. So it was like I said before, it was like a step by step kind of thing. So and first what I did, I changed my job. So I went for like a common office job. So I had the opportunity to go to all of my courses, to do all of my qualifications, and after that I went to part time, and then it was like step by step. And now I'm doing therapy like kind of full time at the moment. So and
Amazing.
it's interesting. And since the pandemic hit, I'm actually working like online 85% online.
Uh, And that's I'm finding that with a lot of business owners is that people who perhaps had businesses that involved in-person interactions really found how to make that work online, and somehow like that's actually since they've done that, it's enhanced their business and helped them to reach more people and work with people all over the world really. So
Yes,
it's a positive
absolutely. Yes, and actually, like people asking me, so like, but therapy, doing it online, and I ask them that it actually like when you come to a therapist office, you feel a little bit nervous. You go in somewhere, it's like it's like something like different. But when you are at home in your sofa, or when we do hypnotherapy, you are in your PJs and you have your blanket and you have your candle and you have your setting. You feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
And I work with a lot of people with anxiety and people who are actually like afraid to leave their home, or they have social anxiety. So actually, it's really beneficial for them if we do it online. Of course, whatever works for the client. There are people who actually don't want to be at home because they have their partner there, their kids there, so they want to come in person, and that's also normally fine. But the online world is like kind of we are all getting there. Actually, it was at the beginning it was hard for me as well, because I had like a kind of a camera phobia. I'm not super like natural when it comes to like public speaking, so I needed a learning curve as well.
And
So
that's
at the beginning I was like, ooh, yeah, how am I going to do it? Actually, like now what we do as well, this is also a big step for me, like like talk in front of so many people online, because
yeah.
I'm really natural when it's like an office setting, or when we meet in a coffee shop or something, or yes, or like a few days ago I went to garden party and I was talking about like therapy and NLP stuff, and like I was giving like business cards. That was like so natural for me. So we have our own ways.
We do. And I think, as we were talking just before we started this session, that in some ways online is quite good because it's you don't always know who's watching or how many people are watching, and it's a good way to sort of start public speaking, because you can make be in your own environment, have your notes. You're not standing up in front of a lot of room of people going, oh, I don't know what to say. So I think it's a really good way of starting that journey, and getting yourself confident to actually speak. But I would say, really, you're an expert in what you do and you know what you're talking about. So you shouldn't be afraid to speak to lots of people. Um, so that's one of the challenges you faced. But can you take us through some of the maybe marketing challenges that you've faced as
Yes,
starting your business?
absolutely. So when I started, like my main thing, because I still have like anxiety, and I wanted to be like perfect, and I wanted like everything, like like my website to be perfect, my posts to be perfect. So all of this, like, okay, and I had this like plan, so I'm gonna do this and that, and then I was doing like so many things at like one setting. So yeah, so all of this perfection, and like I redone my website like at least like 5 times or six. Still not perfect, but now I'm better with that. So that was one of my main challenge, that I wanted everything to be perfect, and to have the perfect posts, to have the perfect pictures, the perfect angle, and all of that. And when you let this go, it gets easier and easier.
For sure.
Also social media as well. At the beginning I created like a 1 month or 2 month like strategy, like what I'm going to post like day by day. And to be honest, I didn't really have enough engagement, because I wasn't really engaged with that post, because on that day I didn't feel like that post, or like talking
Hmm.
about sunshine or like motivation, because
Hmm.
I didn't feel it that way. But since I changed it and I do it differently, I kind of post. Not, I don't post every day, but I post like 2 or 3 times a week. I also do stories on Instagram, but I check what's around me, or I post what's happening with me. Like now I'm in Croatia, so I created a nice reel about Rovinj. I went to a day trip to Rovinj, so I had like this small video. So, and it took me like 2 or 3 minutes. I created it and I posted it as a reel, and I think around 1,600 people watched it, because I didn't overthink it. And since I'm not
Yeah.
thinking it, I have actually more followers.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
that's that's one of the things that I struggled with, because as a marketer, it's difficult not to go into marketing mode, um, and because our businesses are us, we're the faces of our businesses. It's taken me a while to really kind of let people see and let people understand that it's me that is the business. Just because my background has been so much corporate marketing and talking in a certain way, and it's funny because some people who knew me in my corporate life and know me now feel like I'm a completely different person, but this is the real me.
I get this all the time because I used to organize events. I used to organize corporate events, so it was like, it's like a puzzle. So like everything, like you have this list and everything needs to be kind of like perfect and stuff. And now when I meet somebody from like from that time, and I talk about like energy healing and the balance in life and self-care and how even it works on animals and stuff. People look at me like, okay, so what's going on with you? Is everything okay? So I get that. Like, people, they get used to your
Yeah.
own self. Even your friends, they don't
Yes.
really understand what you do. They try
Yeah.
to be supportive, but they have no idea. They just ask, like, okay, so how are you gonna get paid, or how is gonna be like for your life? So,
Yeah.
but that's the thing, like, you have your own stuff, and it's your life. So at the end, like, you do what makes you happy. And
Indeed.
for me, like helping people, and I also work with animals as well. It's amazing. So like I love what I do, and I love working with people. And I think from all of the positions which I had before, even like before with event management, I used to work in hospitality. I used to have different positions there, but it was always about people and like
Mhm.
helping people and work with people. So the same thing is happening now. I'm working with people, but in different ways. So
Amazing. Just want to say hello to Louise. Louise from
hello.
Lancashire. I hope it's sunny in Lancashire. So you talked about wanting to everything to be perfect. So
Yeah,
it
sorry,
sounds like
I talk a lot.
no,
It's
no,
like,
no, 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 it's fine. It's good to get this information because I feel like a lot of people probably are in a similar position. Um, and one of the best pieces of advice, it was actually my very first marketing role. And one of the best pieces of advice I've ever got was from my manager at the time. And she told me about the 80-20 rule. She said, if it's 80% of the way there, it doesn't matter about the other 20% because you can fix that afterwards. But so, like, how did you get to a point where you don't want everything to be perfect and you're happy to sort of just try things?
I think like balance. I So many times I felt that I'm really close to like burning out. Even I remember that it was like my hen party preparation and stuff, and my friends were coming, and I was like, in my mind I was okay. So, but I need to do this blog post. I haven't sent this email. I need to do this inquiry, this and this and that. And my future husband, he was looking at me, but come on, do you know that this is your hen party coming? That's like once a lifetime thing. So like
Mm.
enjoy, like put this aside, like this can wait. But and after I started like realizing that yes, I need to find a better work-life balance,
Uh-huh.
and also I need to switch my brain. And what really helps me, like when I wake up in the morning, actually it's also it's like when you wake up after like half an hour, your cortisol level is the highest when you wake up.
Okay.
So that means that your stress hormones are the highest. So how you act in the morning, what you do in the morning really helps planning your whole day. So
I
if you are
didn't know.
so if you are super stressed after waking up, there is actually this joke like a guy is going to the bathroom and brushing his teeth, and he starts thinking about, oh, so it's going to be a horrible day. I will have a presentation. I need to take the kids there. So my wife and this and that is going to be super horrible. And and your guardian angel there and watching it. Okay, so if it's your wish, yes, let's be it. So this is it. So like how you plan your day, because really the first half an hour after you wake up, it's so
Yeah.
important. If you started with like watching your phone and do all the social medias, and you start like worrying about the day and how you
Yeah.
forget work and all of that, it means that your whole day is going to be ruined. So, but if
That,
you start your day with a sorry, like with a plan, like today is going to be
yeah.
the day, I'm going to do this and that. So you do a nice meditation, or you do like a few things in the morning that makes you happy. You do like a morning exercise or anything was good for you. I have a client. What she does, she drinks a cup of tea in her like lovely sofa, and she just watching like nothing for like a couple of minutes, and she just relaxing, and
Uh-huh.
that's her way of starting the day.
That's
So
incredible. Yeah.
it really depends like how you start your day. So actually
It's
in the morning you make a decision.
yeah. And it's interesting because the last company that I worked for was based in central London, and it just felt like I spent most of my life commuting. I used to get up at 6 o'clock and rush around, get dressed, have breakfast, to pack everything, to get to the station. I can see actually, because I was always feeling stressed, and the weekend was never enough to sort of
Yes.
calm. Yeah. So I can see where I didn't even know that first half hour is so. Nowadays, my alarm goes off at 7, but like quite a lot of the times I don't get out of bed till 7:30. So I'm just lying there, just having either dozing or just, going, oh, it's going to be a nice day today. It's sunny. And I think more about the things personally that I'm going to do rather than work related things. So I think, yeah, I didn't
Absolutely.
even realize that was a thing.
Also
So,
like gratitude. If you think about like three, four, five things that you are grateful for, like for your family, even like I don't know, like running water or sunshine, I think that also rewires your brain. if,
yeah,
if you do it for a few days, actually it helps because you change your perspective, and you are focusing on what you have instead of like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do that, I need to rush, da 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 da, because after it's just like a snowball.
yeah, yeah.
So that's what I do with my clients as well. We always kind of fix the mornings, because how you start your day affects your whole day.
That's
So
interesting. So I'm going to try some of the things that you've said, see how much difference that makes. Because I always feel quite chilled in the mornings now. I have done since I've worked for myself. I've always felt mornings are really good. Like my husband and I take time, we have breakfast, we chat to each other. I don't start work until 9. So like we have time just talking to each other and just like, oh, what have you got on today? What have you got on today? So it feels less stressy, definitely. And I don't always feel like when I worked in London, I always felt kind of like this adrenaline thing, but not in a good way, in a bad way, of all the things that I needed to get done before I got out the door. So definitely going to give that a go. So coming back to your marketing, what has worked for you in terms of getting your business noticed?
So I did so many marketing stuff: website, social media, flyers, next door app, paid ads, Google ads. Ooh, I attended so many like webinars. I'm still learning, and I'm still attending so many things. So I'm trying to learn from everybody and from every situation. But what really worked for me, actually, the face to face,
Hmm.
like talking people face to face, paid Google ads, and also therapy directories. That really helped for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I think people underestimate the power of face to face. I think because we're all so reliant on digital and digital marketing, and we've had 2 years of sort of being shut away. Everyone sort of underestimates the power of face to face. And I think that's so important to make that part of what you do for your marketing, is people have to experience you, especially in the type of businesses where we provide a service. They need to experience you. So
Yes, because they
it's
need
just
to be
such
comfortable. They need to be comfortable with you.
yeah,
So
yeah,
and I know that my biggest asset actually is my personality. I have a nice like bubbly personality, and people they love talking to me. So
Yeah.
this is what they always say, that, oh my God, I feel much more better just talking to you. And yes, and I realized that that's, yes, of course, yes, and I need to focus on that, because when you post something, or you write something, or you write a blog, yes, your personality can come from that part as well, but uh, the power of face to face, and connecting to the person, and like
Yeah.
watch somebody's eyes or the reaction, it really, it's a huge thing. So,
Yeah.
and if you like we are talking now, it's amazing to see your smile, and your your face, and and you have sparkles in your eyes. So it's amazing, and it's so nice. It's much more better than an email.
Absolutely. So Callista's said that she keeps a journal, which helps. I know a lot of people keep journals, and I must admit I don't do it. But I think that's probably another thing that I need to add. And it's just given me an idea for something as well, which I'll bubble away in the back of my head. Louise has said that she agrees with face to face. Want to meet people who you're dealing with, and I absolutely, I think cementing that relationship by actually meeting someone at least once is a really, really good thing to do. Um, so in terms of Google Ads, how is that? How have you done that yourself, or does someone do that for
At
you?
the beginning, because I was like, when people were talking about SEOs and this and that, so I was afraid. So actually, I paid someone to do my Google ads,
Yeah.
but that actually, it was, sorry to say, but it was a waste of money. I didn't really get inquiries from that. So after I started researching, I watched a lot of like YouTube videos, how to do it, like step by step guide. So after I did it myself, and because actually I know kind of the words what people are searching, like
Yeah.
I'm just, I don't feel good, I feel like my life is not going anywhere. So like people, when they are searching for these keywords,
Uh-huh.
so actually I did my Google setup, and now it's working better. I also signed up for Google mentoring. you can
Yes.
you can do it for free. I think I did it through Enterprise Nation. So
Uh-huh.
first I signed up through Enterprise Nation, and through there I signed up for Google mentoring. So I had like, I think, 4 or 5 mentoring sessions, when we
Okay.
went through my Google ads, and all like other marketing stuff as well. So it was really beneficial. Actually, I
Yeah.
learned bits and pieces from every session, so that was awesome.
Amazing.
And
I,
also
I'm, I'm
Enterprise Nation as well. I think first time I've seen you on Enterprise Nation
yeah.
through there, so that also have for Enterprise Nation, because they have it's like, I think from Monday to Friday they have this like half an hour like lunch and
Mm.
learn thing. So I learned from there. I also recently went to one of their events to meet like young entrepreneurs. So like I'm trying, like from every angle, and it's good because I'm learning stuff. So maybe like at one point I'm going to like teach people how to do that. So,
I mean, Google ads are a bit of a mystery to me.
and
I have
all of
to
this
admit.
SEO
Yeah,
is
I know.
like,
So
yeah.
I've just about managed to do SEO for myself. It's not one of my uh, you know skills, but I just about managed to do it for myself, and that's been through reading and learning from people who are experts, and so it's definitely worth finding those people that specialize in these things to really learn from. If you have to do it yourself and you can't pay somebody, learn from someone who really knows what they're doing, so that you can maximize the activity that you're going to do. But Google ads and Facebook ads are just a mystery to me. I can't get my head around them.
It's
So
with Facebook ads. I paid a marketing agency at the beginning to do my Facebook ads, and to be honest, I didn't get like proper leads from there, and I also ended up spending a lot of money over there. So after I learned it how to do it myself, and actually it's not that difficult if you learn it and you know how to watch these things. And when you realize that social media like Facebook, Instagram, all that, maybe you don't get like a lot of clients from there. It's more of like showing what you do and who you are. So it's basically it's like window shopping.
Yeah.
So to be honest, I didn't really get like so many clients from that part, but it's a good thing like to show like what you do and who you are. Also like if you
Absolutely.
do videos and stuff. So and it's interesting. And
Mhm.
like with Instagram as well, it's fun. Like to see that stuff or like
Yeah.
people eating that. So yeah.
I think you have to add an element of fun, really. You have to, and, I mean, it doesn't have to be completely mad if it doesn't fit your personality. But I think when people see that you're relaxed and having fun, they can, really sort of relate to you. If you're serious all the time, it's difficult. I find it hard actually. I find it hard to when I'm doing videos, if I'm not talking to somebody, if I'm speaking to a camera, I find it really hard to smile.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
serious.
yes. I feel the same. And then it had to be like, and it's like so interesting. It happened to me as well. Like I was like really working on like a serious post or like a serious video about something, and then I was like planning it for days and stuff, and it was like yes. So I did it, and there, and after I like posted like a picture about food or like a dog, or like at that time I think I was treating a dog something, and that post was like more likable and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah,
but the other one is like more
so
serious.
much time went into it.
Yes, and then after like yes, so you realize that it doesn't really matter because you are more natural with the other one. And
Yeah, for
I
sure.
also attended a really good storytelling course
Uh-huh.
but it was like all about like how you tell your story. It really like matters, like really be vulnerable and stuff. Like when I had an accident with my leg, and I kind of like posted about the process, like what happened, and I wasn't able to walk for a month. I used a wheelchair, and actually like I got like messages from people who they were in the same situation, and so it's really like and I showed myself like I had no makeup, I had my crutches, or I was in a wheelchair and stuff. So it's it wasn't my best figure and stuff. But people they were able to really to relate to that.
Mm.
And I posted it in my blog about like chronic pain and how what can you do, because when you don't move, it means you don't create as much serotonin, as much endorphin as you normally do. So what else you can do? And people were actually like messaging and asking me, so like what else did you do during this time to to make yourself happy, basically.
Yeah.
And I said, I know that I had to have to create more serotonin to not get to the depressed end. So I was watching Friends all the time.
There you go. That's the
So
best
yes,
show in the world.
yes, because I know that because I didn't move, because before actually it was like I just started like a 40 days yoga challenge or something, and I was really fit. I was in really good shape and I felt good. But after this accident happened, and I wasn't able to move for months. So, and as a therapist, I know that if you don't create more serotonin, if you don't do all of the stuff, you can
Uh-huh.
get to the depressed end. So yeah, so I was like watching Friends all the time. I did things that made me happy, and I was doing the gratitude stuff. So every morning, so I'm grateful of this and that, and also helps in the evening when you think about your day, like you think about what went well on that day. That also helps with, also you can do it in the journal, or just what went well today. So every little helps, as Tesco says.
Other supermarkets are available. Thank you so much, Gabriella. This has turned into such a great chat. I've put Gabriella's website in the comments. Do go check out her website. It's got resources on it, and just learn as much as you can about mindset, because you really need to have a certain mindset to run a business, and you need to be able to encourage yourself and be resilient and get all the tools that you can to help you do that. So thank you so much for joining me today, Gabriella.
Thank you
Um,
very much. I really appreciate it. Thank
you're
you.
welcome. In 2 weeks' time, it's going to be me on my own, son, and I'm going to talk about why you should not be afraid of the words marketing strategy. I know whenever anyone hears anything strategy, they go, "Oh my god!" So I'm going to talk through why it's not why they're not scary words, and how they can really change the way that you market your business. So do join me in 2 weeks' time. But in the meantime, thank you so much again, Gabriella. It's been such a great chat. I will see you everyone in 2 weeks' time.
Thank you guys. Bye.